Hello, fellow brush wielders. I'm Rick.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
And this is Painting Happy Little Minis here on Game Trade Media.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So today we are going to paint big minis.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of going to like a cell phone tower, or you know, the levels that we have connectivity.
Sure.
Because I'm doing this big dragon.
Yep.
I have medium dragon.
And I'm doing a space truck. It's not a dragon at all.
Dave's got to be different.
It's super cool though.
It is.
Yeah.
It has a bulldozer blade on it.
It's so good.
Hold that up. Hold it in front of my yellow and blue with the yellow and black there. There we go. Yeah. So there it is, which clips on the front and makes it the Goliath rock grinder.
That thing's cool.
Yeah, it is neat. That's super cool. It's very much like the. You're saying you're feeling a lot of Mad Max from it.
Very Mad Max.
But I think it's particularly the front of it here. It's got a little bit of the Herkimer battle jitney from
Mystery Men.
Mystery Men.
Yeah.
I can see it.
So I'm pretty sure that's where the design came from.
It does have that. It's the most non-lethal vehicle.
I mean, if they had a strap to this on the front, this was the
Right.
I'm telling you.
So we got a lot of people in the chat over on YouTube. We have Jacob. What's up, buddy? He says, "Don't let us wait." Ah.
Oh.
And then we got Wyatt and Mini Painting Studios and Chris Cox, and looks like everybody's there. James is there. Hey, James, right off the bat. Walter Bledsoe, Drew from One and Cheeros. Clive is with us. Brad. Y'all ever paint any minis? Or mimis? Mimis.
Mimis.
From Mimi's Painting Studio?
Oh, mimis?
Yeah.
It's my favorite painting studio. Mimi's painting studio. Very good.
I don't think they're ever going to let that go, Leona. It's fine. It's all fine.
All right, Dave, I have
All
a
good.
question for you.
Sure.
As the kind of beginner voice here. What is the difference between, because these look, so I've got the Army Painter War paints
Yep.
in red tone and chaotic red. One's an ink and one's obviously a paint.
Yep.
What is the difference between an ink and a paint, and can you use one on top of the other kind of thing?
Sure. Yep. So basically, a paint has a much higher pigment to carrier ratio. So, or medium, whichever word you want to use for it. So, if you're looking to get a solid coat of color over a model, using the paint first. If you're looking to get a kind of a translucent coat, which will have some shading in the crevices and leave a lighter spot on the highlights, then the ink is the way to go.
Now, can you use like an ink over one of the paints to do like low lights and kind of like
to do the shading?
Yeah, to do
Yep.
the shading.
Yep,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
Definitely. Actually, that's exactly what I'm doing here.
Oh, look at that
So
segue.
Nice work.
Not even planned.
We didn't plan that. If only we had. It would have seemed really good. So yeah, I've got this rock grind here that I primed with the Army Painter Uniform Grey spray. And to shade it, I'm using some Citadel Agrax Earthshade wash and just sort of painting it over there. So from this brown over, try and get it. Yep, there we go. So that all that brown is going to settle in the crevices, and because it's darker than the grey, it's going to give that shading effect.
Mini Painting Studios asks, is that a GSK or a GSC Mini?
GSC. GSC. I'm not sure what GSK stands for.
I think he probably meant GSK. Yeah, he said my bad, GSC.
Yep. Yeah,
James.
GSC is Genestealer Cult.
Oh, good Lord. I think I might as well have just dipped this thing in red.
Just you just squirt the reds directly onto the mini.
Right.
Yep. You can try that. Might work. You never know.
Would you have, okay, so this
Would
one
I have-
already comes primed,
Yep.
but would you have primed it in like the base color maybe?
That probably would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not essential for sure, but a little bit of a time saver.
I'm painting happy little minis today. I will just paint red.
All the red. If you want to, you can just you could work on a wing, or you could work on the head, and face, that sort of thing. I must admit, I didn't think about that beforehand. For anybody else's miniature other than mine. Because I'm selfish that way. My apologies. But,
Yeah.
yep.
So what everybody do this weekend? What did y'all get into?
I can't remember.
I went to Katsu for like 2 hours.
Katsucon?
I just went to go have like breakfast with friends.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Because that was at the
Gaylord.
the Gaylord, the National Harbour.
Yeah.
So that's the same place that
Same place.
as was it Magfest?
Yep.
Right. And that was just a month ago.
They've had it where 1 weekend is Katsu, 1 weekend is Mag.
Yeah.
Right, back
Oh,
to
really?
back before.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little tiring.
I have no doubt.
Is it just that one of them like refuses to move it to the summer, or?
I don't know. I have no idea why they're usually so close together. I feel like they used to be a month apart, and now they just keep getting closer and closer.
Closer and closer, yeah.
That's funny.
So you don't remember what you got into this weekend, Dave?
I think I did a lot of sleeping, actually. Yeah, I was still really tired after all the activities last week, the previous week.
Okay.
So, including unloading 1,100 books
Oh, wow.
from a truck.
That's a lot of
my,
books.
Oh, your books are in.
So, yeah, my books are in. So that's cool. I think later this week I'll be taking them up to the Alliance warehouse and
Okay.
getting the distribution part started.
Nice.
Which is really sweet.
Yeah.
Very nice. But what about you, Rick? We know where you went.
Well, yeah, I went to Toy Fair, but I went mainly went to New York. Just New York. I took my son up there, but also went to Toy Fair and saw a bunch of cool stuff. Talked to a bunch of the different companies like Kumini or Simon and Games Workshop, and
Excellent.
yeah, it was really good. And yeah, there's gonna be some cool stuff coming down the pipe. I don't want to like put it all out there right now,
We
but
can't talk about it just yet.
yeah, but it was really good stuff, and I think everybody will have a lot of fun. Oh, and WizKids, talk to WizKids as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, so lots of cool
And,
stuff. So I got to do that with my son, my youngest son, who's 13, and so he got to see a little bit of Daddy's world.
Nice.
And
What was his reaction?
well, he was more like geeking out on the toys side because he's a big like anime fan. So My Hero Academia, Naruto, and Sword Art Online. So anything that was toy related to that, he was just like, ah!
Done.
Yeah. His Christmas list grew exponentially this weekend.
Nice.
But it was also kind of neat because, funny story is, Seth Green, the actor, kind of made his break into the scene at Toy Fair.
Okay.
So into like being somebody. That was like where he broke out.
Okay,
Oh, I didn't
a
know.
while ago.
Yeah, this is a long time
Sorry,
ago.
I thought you were suggesting that Seth Green made an appearance and people were like, oh, who's that guy?
No. So back in the early 90s, late
Yeah.
80s,
Yep.
Seth Green broke into Toy Fair
Okay.
to go and because he wanted to see, remember the toy line masks, vehicles that could change into different things, kind of like Transformers, but it was a comic book and a cartoon called Mask, and he broke in to see these new toys.
Okay.
And some of the people from the booth had gone to lunch, and he went in there and was looking at the toys in the booth and stuff. And some clients had come up and were asking questions, and he was started talking about everything and pitching these things to these clients. And when they came back, he's still doing this.
Yep.
And they just let him do it.
Right.
And then after he was done, they're like, "Hey, you seem to be really excited and really knowledgeable of our product line. Would you like to kind of be the spokesperson for it?"
Oh,
and,
that's cool.
Wow.
And stay the whole weekend and do this. And that's kind of like where he made his mark.
Nice stuff.
That's really
Yeah.
That's
neat.
cool.
So
The epitome of faking it till you make it, right?
absolutely.
Just act like you work here.
Yep.
Yep. I'm just gonna say I've just gone through and put that wash over the whole model. So you can get the close cam again.
I thought you were going to talk about the Villainous.
Pardon?
I thought
Oh, no, not just yet. So, yeah, so you can see the glossy, there's that wash over all of it. So that's got to dry. But fortunately, like any good cooking show, here's one. I put the wash on earlier.
How did he do it so fast?
So now I'm going to do some dry brushing. It is magic. And of course, when I look at it, I just realize I forgot to put the wash on this part.
Uh-oh.
So it's pretty crappy magic. It's not Vegas magic.
Just doing this.
There we go.
Paint.
So I'm going to be dry brushing this side of things.
Jacob's, that blue dragon Hydra is huge. Very cool. Yeah, it's monstrous. Cat's up there. Hello.
Hey, Cat.
And strange video is better on YouTube, but sound is better on Facebook, at least for me.
That's weird.
Okay. I don't know how that all works.
I apologize now if I use this entire thing of red paint.
No, that's fine.
Okay. You're good.
Steve Baker says masks were great toys. They were really cool, yeah. I love the NMM chart. Harry Potter twins arrived today.
Oh, cool. Nice. Oh, the NMM chart. Oh, you're talking about Josh's NMM chart from Mini Painting Studio charts. Actually, now that my books are in, Josh, we should have a talk again. So shoot me a message this afternoon, and we're gonna do like an exchange.
Yeah.
Exchange some books to give away, and he'll give us some
charts,
cool charts, and Mini Painting Studio swag to give away on the show.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. James says he was on a movie set all weekend shooting exterior and interior shots. Frick, it was bloody cold outside. I also adopted a new kitty. On set?
Like an on-set kitty?
An on-set kitty? Byron says he got his Terminator minis in.
Cool.
Need paint now. Painting lots of Stormcast. That's Mini Painting Studios.
Right. Stormcast Eternals from Age of Sigmar.
And James is working on the heroes from Turtles.
Nice.
They're switching to Twitch.
All right, word of advice.
Yep.
Prime in the color.
We'll get that sorted for you next time, for sure.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm just, see, this is it. I feel like I provide the like noob perspective, so I'm like, look what I learned today.
That's awesome.
Yep.
See, we go for all skill levels here.
Definitely.
So yeah, that was my weekend in a nutshell.
Nice.
Doing that, and then I also got to watch my daughter play volleyball in DC this weekend or yesterday.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Yeah, and they won their bracket, so.
Nice.
Does that mean she moves on to another tournament somewhere? Or?
Yeah, they're going to, well, their next tournament I think is in National Harbor at the Gaylord,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
and then York.
Ah, see, that's why Cats of Cotton couldn't be later.
They have some interesting sponsors at those tournaments too,
Yeah.
like Jeep.
Jeep?
Yeah. It's like, these are all kids, but we'll have Jeep there.
I mean, someone's got to get them to practice, right?
All right.
Exactly.
They're getting their licenses soon. Why not get them a Jeep?
Oh God. I don't know if you want to give like a new driver a Jeep.
I don't.
Aren't they supposed to get like the station wagon that's been in the family for like 20 years, and like if it gets wrecked, no one cares?
Yes, that's exactly how it's supposed to go.
The plan.
Yeah.
So with this this layer of dry brushing that I'm doing, it's bringing the sort of the larger parts of the panels back to that sort of uniform gray kind of color. So leaving that brown wash in the shadows.
Nice.
This one, my primer coat was a little bit grainy, so it's getting sort of catching on there as well. You can't really see it in the shot. Oh, maybe a little bit, but it's going to end up giving it a grungier, prettier
Nice.
look.
A very Seattle look. What?
Yeah.
Seattle.
Early 90s Seattle look for sure.
Oh
I'll be
my gosh.
painting the plaid on this tarp at the back.
Jason says, I think I play Goliath for Necromunda and was like, crud, I missed a release.
Don't, no.
Chris Cox says, no station wagon for me.
My, when I was learning to drive, my parents were really nice, and they bought me an old Mini
Cooper?
Mini Cooper.
Nice.
When I say old, it was like a 1969 Mini Cooper.
Oh, yes.
So
They made Mini
I think at the
Coopers?
time, so I was 21 years old at the time.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I didn't know Mini Coopers were around for so long.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's like Austin Powers level of vehicle.
Not
right
quite.
there. Well, not with all the cool things, but
No, it was like a mint green, but not as cool
that sounds
as a mint
amazing.
green.
It still sounds pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
I used to own a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I used to drive and own a Mini Cooper.
How?
I'm not going to ask.
Well, I had to call back onto my clown college days and use all the magical skills of clowning to get into the vehicle. But I would say this: some of the looks you get when you're a 6'5" monster getting out of a Mini Cooper at a grocery store, people are just like, "What?"
Well, I always see tall people driving Miatas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it always tall people driving Miatas when it's such a tiny little car?
I don't know.
Well, I used to drive a
I'm still trying to picture it.
Hyundai Velociter,
All right.
What is
Yep.
that?
the little 3-door Hyundai sports car. Well, you say sport, but it's a Hyundai. Come on.
Yeah, it looks sportier than it
Yeah,
probably is.
yeah. It has no get up and go or anything. It's just it has the look. But it's also a very small car. I couldn't have. I was asked if Rick could I have picked a. Jason asked if I could have picked a bigger model, and I said no. Brad says, Rick, physics does not work that way. Speaking of physics, have you any?
You had to bring it up, didn't
Yeah,
you?
of course, because that was brilliant. We were talking about dumb questions earlier.
Yeah, talking about stupid things, and I saw a thing this morning, like a meme kind of thing. Just a question from a subreddit called No Stupid Questions, where somebody asked if, because kinetic energy can be transferred into thermal energy, how hard would I have to slap a chicken to cook it?
So good.
Let me repeat that. How hard would I have to slap a chicken to cook it?
Yes.
And somebody responded basically saying like, hi, as your sort of resident physics geek, here's the answer. And they went through and explained it all using the formula for transferring kinetic energy into thermal energy and how many joules of energy you need to cook a chicken and how many would be delivered by
A slap.
an average slap traveling at an average speed.
Yeah.
Which I think was like, it's 25 meters per second,
Okay.
something like that. I can't remember exactly all the numbers, but yeah, they also went through and said, oh, this is assuming you're cooking the chicken from frozen to cooked. But they're like 400 degrees Fahrenheit
Okay.
to make sure that it is cooked. And it was something like 23,000
Slaps.
slaps. Average slaps to cook a chicken. So you start, imagine somebody standing there.
Picturing those slap machines that just got like that.
You'd have to. I'm sure IKEA have some sort of machine like that to test their products.
Yes.
But yeah, so you could cook a chicken that way. Or if you didn't have time for 23,000 slaps, one slap, your hand would you'd be traveling at 3,725 miles per hour.
Yes. It's just brilliant.
So if
It's
a
amazing.
meteor hits a chicken,
Yeah, it's going to flash fry it. Wings for all. or 2. Wings for 2.
Wings for 2.
We're just talking about 1 chicken here.
That's so funny.
But
That's hilarious.
It is pretty hilarious.
It's kind of like there's an artist that people will send in pictures of. I would like you to draw me in your style, holding this thing or doing this action or whatever.
Right.
And he takes it and does it literally. So, like if a girl said, "I would like to look like this model. Here's what I look like. Could you please draw me or paint me to look like this model?" And then what he'll do is he'll just take the image of the model, he'll Photoshop her,
Right.
and put the girl's face over it, and be like, "There you go."
Done.
It's like, you could have done this at home.
Yeah. Nice.
But when people put questions like that and you get a real literal scientific answer that's that hilarious.
It was awesome.
So
It was
good.
spectacular.
And they said you won't use science and math in real life. Well, now I know how to cook a chicken with my bare hands.
Yep. You want to make sure you plan ahead, though.
Yeah.
You don't want to start out hungry.
You need plenty of time.
Yep.
How did you deal with the stretch marks on the windshield, Rick?
Nice. Yeah. What
I
else?
couldn't. That was from James. The windshield couldn't handle it.
Couldn't handle it.
No.
Nice. Nice. I brought in a couple of other minis to talk about while the wash is drying on that one. So I have them on the spinner. So I think Josh was asking before if these are GSC, Genestealer cults.
Right.
So the Genestealers are a creature from the 40k universe.
Okay.
I made sure I wore my Wayland Yutani or Wayland Corp shirt
Okay.
because Genestealers are kind of based on the alien
Okay.
kind of thing. So, and particularly Genestealer cults are ones where a Genestealer will make its way onto a planet and start infecting people.
Okay.
But rather than them being torn apart and creating another Genestealer kind of thing, they sort of plant a parasite in them, and that sort of next level gives birth to a hybrid
Okay.
kind of creature. So I'm going to grab some of these off the top here. So it might be something that looks like this.
Okay.
This is a second generation Genestealer hybrid. So the Genestealers have heads that look like this, and they have arms, clawed arms and stuff that look like this.
Okay.
And then this generation will create like a third and fourth generation set of folks that kind of look like this. Much more of a human sort of look. Just notice a bit of hair on that guy's gun. People who can pass for humans.
Okay.
And they tend to go into the imperial cities, down into the underhives, places where they can hide, still be part of society, and continue to infect society in a sort of like a cyclical thing. So you get third, fourth generations, and then I think the fifth generation creates another pure strain Genestealer.
Okay.
And the cycle starts again.
Nice. And creepy.
Yeah, super creepy. But the Genestealers are the forerunners of another army in 40k called the Tyranids.
Ah, okay.
Who are the sort of creatures from beyond.
Right.
That these huge fleets travel across the galaxy and land on planets and strip them of all the natural resources. Okay. All the organic resources.
Right.
That's all they're there to do, is just consume and move on.
Yikes.
Kind of thing. So the Genestealers are sent out ahead to reduce the amount of
threat.
The threat, yeah. Reduce the amount of opposition when the Tyranids finally get there.
Okay.
So it might be decades, it might be centuries.
Okay.
That sort of thing that these cults can spread across
That's one of the things about
the galaxy.
the Games Workshop verse is there's a lot of good story and mythos to it.
There's a lot to it, yeah. The cool, fun, crazy thing as well is that you'd think, okay, the Tyranids arrive and they want to consume the planet.
Yeah.
But they'll sort of be nice and sort of pick up their cultists and move them on somewhere else.
Right.
No.
No,
They'll eat them too.
Oh.
Jesus.
Right.
So like the cultists are like, finally, they have arrived. We shall sort of ascend to godhood. What?
And they get it.
And then they get eaten. So, yeah, it's
It's
kind of a tragic story for them, but the minis are super spectacular. And
Yeah.
they're a lot of fun. So we've got these ones. I'm going to show a couple others. Leona. these are
Cat's
some-
over here saying, Dave, maybe I missed it, but why did you do a wash before you started all the dry brushing?
Basically, the wash was to darken the gray primer, the gray
Okay.
spray, and also using the brown over the gray to give it a
Okay.
bit of a dirtier kind of undertone
Oh, okay.
sort of thing. So,
Nice.
yeah, it was mainly because I started from that gray. If I started from a black or a brown, I would have just dry brushed up from there. I wouldn't have worried about a wash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, cool. The two minis we had on the spinner there are from the a couple of new models that have been released recently, and I really love the quad
runner
there.
is so cool.
Just awesome. That great space helmet, just a classic kind of look. All of the Genestealer cults have a kind of a mining sort of. Wait for it. One more. There we go. Oop, of course, I put it on backwards. They use a lot of mining gear.
Okay.
All of their suits are like mining hazard suits
Okay.
and that sort of thing because it's all underground and it's easier to hide
Right.
sort of things if you're in control of the mines.
That makes sense.
But they they try to infiltrate all aspects of Imperial life and
And they do it.
yep, do it very well. And I'm going to got one more mini to show, which won't really fit on the spinner, so I'll show it on the close cam.
Ross Benia also says, speaking of Seattle, I could use that Goliath truck in my Shadowrun campaign.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. I'm just going to show this one here. This is a so this is the rock grinder. You can see a four-wheeled vehicle, and it has a sort of built-up bed at the back here.
Right.
The Goliath truck is a four-wheeled vehicle that has like an open bed
Okay.
at the back and is more of a transport. Has smaller weaponry and doesn't have the big grinder blade on the front.
Okay.
But a client of mine wanted to turn it into a six-wheeled vehicle, so I got to slice off the back of a truck and add it to the sort of extend the bed of it.
Nice.
So
Are these for Dave?
no, these are for a buddy of mine, Anthony.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool how you like combine two.
Kit bash.
Yeah, yeah, slamming them together,
Pimp my ride.
pretty much. That kind of thing.
So Ross also
this is a
asked,
finished one.
this is a good
Yep.
one for you,
Yep.
because you already gave me the answer, so we can't answer it.
Okay.
Dave, what is the cultist looking at on that table worth 100 points to Warhammer lore score?
Okay. I'm going to put that back on the spinner.
Let's see if we can get him in.
See if anybody in the chat knows what the. So on that table, there's a holographic projection. Actually, while I'm there, I'm just going to turn it up. You can see little arrows pointing over and a couple of red vehicles in there. But yeah. So
So if
does
anybody knows.
and did anybody know? Anybody know? They will score 100 points from Ross, and I think we'll also chip in another 100 points.
Okay.
So today their score on the internet could be 200.
Is that a thing?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over in the chat over here, Walter, wait, okay. Byron says, I want a Painting Happy Little Minis t-shirt.
Oh,
Me too.
I
And
do.
James replied, who doesn't? And then Walter's reply was, I want Rick's tome. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Steve says, great minis, Dave. I want a shirt with Dave's face. Josh Jeppies joined the group. James says, shirt with Rick's face wearing the Bob Ross wig from the beginning.
Yes.
Nice.
I
And
want that.
have you wearing a shirt with my face
With your
on it?
face on it.
Yep.
Yes.
Or with me on it. Yep.
This needs to happen.
All of them with wigs. Bring back the wig. Kit Dash for the win. Oh, that's Walt Disney's Frozen Head, my man. He goes, Josh from Mini Painting Studios, they're looking at Walt Disney's Frozen Head on the table.
Oh, on the table there? Right, okay. Yep. We'll say the actual answer for the end, but it is pretty cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's look at some other minis.
All right.
Oh, cool. Excellent. So we're going to take a look at some minis that people have posted on the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group. Jason Sutton painted this.
Magic the Gathering board game piece. Nice.
Yeah, very crazy chained
Oh, wow.
ghost.
Yeah. Like,
Ghosts and chains. You gotta love them.
Ooh.
Great.
Yeah.
This is good, Chris. This is Manchun from Gale Force 9. Manchun is a Forgotten Realms villain. Super powerful, super fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Neat. Very nice.
Oh, wow.
True.
What?
Vintage Heroes.
That's cute. I like it.
That
bad.
is slick.
This is so that's a like a card repaint, but in 3D.
Dang.
That's really cool.
Nice work, Drew. Did you do that while you were in Philly? Check that out.
Wow.
Nice, Jason.
Whoa.
So that's
cool.
Jack Burton,
Yep.
Pork Chop Express from Big Trouble in Little China.
The check
And-
is in the mail.
Yeah. Yes, sir. The check
I
is in
wonder
the mail.
wonder where the other minis are from.
I can't tell.
Yep. Actually, the bases are similar to the ones you get with the Harry Potter minis, so I think there might be night models.
Okay.
Which makes me think that they're from the Batman
game?
Batman game. Yep, they look cool. I don't recognize any of the characters because I'm not a comic book guy.
David Lee.
Oh, wow.
Lee.
David Lee, he's awesome. So he
Nice.
posted up a build. He's a cosplayer, obviously. He's the one in the right with the cap on, I believe.
Yep, the Black Templar
Yeah.
Space Marine
That's
gear with the
amazing.
jump pack.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So he also is known as steampunk Darth Vader.
Oh, okay, ready.
Yeah.
Excellent. Fantastic work, Dave.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Spectacular.
Oh, the Dab. Jeremy Anderson painted Dab Thief.
Dab Thief? Is that his official name?
No, it's just one of the. It looks like one of the WizKids rogues.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's two. There's another one over there with a cat.
That cat.
Oh no, that
Or
is
Fox?
from. Hold on.
What's that one from?
That looks like Wildling, or from the Wildlings line from WizKids, but I can't really see.
If only you could see Rick contorting himself. imagine him trying to get out of the mini,
There, yeah.
just like that.
But it looks great.
Yep. Dave Shrump's Reaper's Ice Devil.
Ooh.
So good. His bass effect.
I
Yep.
love the colors.
Yeah.
So you have to do a mini tutorial on the basing effect, Dave, in the group. That would be great.
Carl with his Reaper's Fire Giant Jailer.
Wow.
Why are you here?
I love like the musculature.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
Fantastic
a
work.
great job.
Yep. Nice job there. Rubber Sakaluk is one of the super mutants from the Fallout game.
Oh, okay.
think.
Oh.
It looks like
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yep. We're also doing a lot of 3D printing as well.
Oh, okay.
A lot of 3D printing, but he's really excited about the Fallout.
Those tentacles in the background are like, what?
Yep. Hiding back there. Steve Hasselbaker, Dark Sword Miniatures,
Harvey Masher.
and Masha. Looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. There's
It looks great.
cool. Very nice.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Deep Madness.
Deep Madness. That looks like a gibbering mouther from D&D, but I don't think he can actually tag it as that.
Okay.
But it looks like that.
Yeah. Nice work, John. Looks good. I love all the eyes.
Definitely, I think. Oh, the WizKids Yuntai.
Crazy.
Yep.
Good job, Jordan.
Is that like a diamond back? Kind of,
It looks like
approach?
it, yeah.
Yeah. Nice
That's
work.
sick.
The Yuan-Ti, Mike Becker.
Okay.
Right, yeah. So these, Mike's been painting up a bunch of minis for his role-playing. So this is some role-playing action. Very
Looks
nice,
like whoever that rogue is coming alongside is going to get killed.
Owlbear.
It's Barney the owlbear. Nice.
It looks cool.
Yeah, I like the choice of colors.
Yeah.
Look at his eyes.
Kind of has a golden eagle look to it.
Yeah.
Crazy eyes.
Yeah, definitely. Looks really good.
Kingdom
Oh.
Death.
From Mimi's
That's
Painting
cool.
Studio.
Man.
I like the gradients in the mane.
Yeah. I think Josh put up 3 of these on his page, on the Mini Painting Studio page, to say, like, do an impromptu poll and say, which of these 3 lions that I painted recently do people like the best?
Nice.
So,
They all look. I mean,
yeah,
all
they do.
look
All
amazing.
great. Andrew Ollenbach, Necromunda Pit Slaves Gang. Wow. The guy on the left,
The dwarf.
the dwarf on the left, is a space dwarf engineer from, I think, like Talisman,
Oh wow.
the Talisman game from like the mid to late 80s,
Okay.
like Talisman Timescape or something like that. Very cool.
That stone looking
Some
one.
of the
is
other
pretty
guys as well.
sick. Ross.
Ross,
I can't see
check
what
that out.
I can't see what that is.
that's a Stormcast Eternal.
Oh, okay.
I think it's one of the newer ones with the obviously with more robes and that sort of thing. But the green blue, kind of not quite color shifting,
Right.
but it looks great. Very nice job.
Teddy
Zartler.
Zartler.
He's painted a
Pretty.
again. I mean, he's right behind the camera
Yeah.
for Rick.
No, that's fine. It looks like a Romani fortune teller dancing.
Yep. Somebody who would fit perfectly with that the campsite that we painted up.
Yeah.
The traveling wagon and the campsite
Yeah.
from
WizKids, yeah.
Very nice, Teddy. William T. West has been painting up some older GW miniatures. So I think that's one from the 90s. On the left is, I can't remember his name, one of the characters from the Dogs of War army. And on the right is an older wood elf.
This is
From,
Sparta.
Nice.
Yep. It's going to kick the elf down.
Down into the big pit.
Yeah. Nice work.
Yeah, those are great.
Top stuff.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I love it when we come back in on
Inspiring.
Tuesdays and there's
A ton.
loads and loads
Yeah.
and loads of stuff. So yeah, nice work, everybody. Good job.
So we got Gary. It's Warhammer World, specifically Bugman's is the building being pointed at. Oh, there you go. Someone got it.
Yep, absolutely correct.
Yeah, Warhammer World.
Good work, Sergeant Benton. 200 points, 200 internet points for you today. So, yeah, very cool.
Yeah, Dave's lead's like, thanks for showing my not so minis. Yeah, those are awesome. Your builds, Dave, are just phenomenal, anyways.
I thought they were so cool.
Yeah.
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 I had to show 'em.
Yep, definitely awesome. Good stuff. Actually, damn it.
T-shirt not raised.
Hmm?
I don't bring back the wigs. We're back up there real quick. And then Jason says, T-shirt not raised. I don't know the reference on that one.
I'm not sure either.
That's okay. Court of the Owls, yes.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Batman Miniature Games, Court of the Owls, yes.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, Chris, have a wonderful day at work. He has to roll out, as Ausmus Prime would say.
Right. Excellent. So I was going to start with some black, going in and painting the tires and the railings and all of that sort of thing on here in the windows, but I'll get to that. But first up, I'm going to paint some areas that I want to have some hazard striping on.
Okay.
So I figured I'd do that first, and then I can paint the black over the top. So it's going to...
Oops. Nothing?
Nothing to see there?
Let's see here.
It wasn't me.
I suggest you don't start it with oops.
Oh, my bad.
So, yeah, I'm just mixing some Vallejo red leather with the Citadel Avalon Sunset, which is a really nice sort of heavy pigment yellow. And there we go. Fairly quickly you can get a nice sort of smooth
Yeah,
yellow.
nice. So Walter had mentioned into the chat about getting my
yeah.
tome. Yes, the Kickstarter is currently live for my book, Tome of Heroes, and I posted the link there. If anybody's interested in going and looking at it or sharing it, that would be awesome. If you haven't backed it already, if you can back it, cool. If you can't, cool.
Definitely share it.
But yeah, please share.
Very good.
And we're gonna be adding some more pledge levels here
Oh yeah.
soon.
Yep. Talk about that. Oh, sorry. Yep, there we go. That there. And also the, not sure why, but I like to paint the, any sort of fuel tanks or
Right.
fuel canisters, that sort of thing. Yellow, like bright
I
hazard
feel
yellow.
like that would be probably smart.
It's also good for letting road workers know that those particular tanks are hazardous in the event of an accident.
Right, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
But sometimes in a war game though, it can sort of end up sort of like, shoot the yellow thing, boom,
Oh, that's true.
disable the vehicle. So whenever I do it, I mean, it doesn't stop me from doing it,
Right.
but it just makes me think, this is probably not a great idea. But it is because they're sort of stolen mining vehicles.
Right.
It's
They would have
probably,
that.
that's probably appropriate, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I do not like that brush.
There's a brush you don't like?
Yeah, there's many that I don't like.
I got done with the red.
That particular one I think I got at Michael's. So
Okay.
silly Rick.
Silly Rick. Very cool.
So big miniatures. We'll be painting these big miniatures on Thursday as well,
Yep.
which is going to be fun to continue. And then I'm trying to think what we scheduled for next week.
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I'm terrible. We'll post it up in
Yeah.
in the thing, in the group, the Painting Happy Little Minis Facebook group. So if you're a member, thank you very much. If not, head on over there and join us.
We hadn't actually made it a decision on that because we're going to base maybe some of that on what came out of New
What
York
came
Toy
back from
Fair.
Toy Fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Maybe we won't post it in the group
right.
today, at least. Cool. But so who else went up? It was
Johnny
and Natasha.
Natasha for Talking Toys.
Right.
Yeah.
They get lots of good.
I think they
Toy-
did.
toy-related content?
I didn't really like follow them around or anything.
You didn't
I thought-
micromanage them.
Nope, I didn't.
You're
I
such
think
a good boss.
I think I said hi to them twice.
Right. Cool.
And I think they did. From what I've seen of the footage they've captured, it looks really fun.
Cool.
And getting to see all the new toy announcements that were there that they could get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw something. It was sort of announced that Funko were going to start doing some board games.
Are
Is
they?
that correct?
They are.
Hmm.
I saw them. I saw the individuals that are working on the board game. So if anybody's familiar with a board game called Villainous, the company that actually made Villainous, not Ravensburger, who basically helped publish it, but the company that actually designed the game is a company that Funko bought.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so they're going to be entering into that arena, and we should be seeing some announcements as far as like what the board games that will be coming out. I can't speak for them, but they were optimistically thinking Gen Con we would know something,
Okay.
which is I think a great opportunity and time to start talking about what they got
What
coming
they're
out.
going to be doing.
Yeah,
That's really awesome.
yeah, and they're really excited. As you can tell, everybody that's involved in it is really excited for the opportunities to work with Funko, because Funko is, if you all don't know this, they own more licensed property than anybody else.
Right.
As far for pop culture design, like if it's a TV show or a movie that's super popular, they have a
They
license
have
for
a
it.
license for it. Yep.
You know,
So
if
they're-
it's comic book, video game, they got it.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
We have a growing collection of Harry Potter
Pops.
pops. Yep.
Nice.
Man, those are hard because there's so many of them.
Yeah. When I say growing collection, I mean it's small and occasionally we'll add one to it.
Right.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about my collection.
I haven't shown my daughters how many there are in the
The
whole
catalogs.
set. Yeah.
That's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. There are so many.
So I'm just going to, with that yellow, you can see that nice, bright, sort of solid, smooth yellow
Mm-hmm.
there. Just like
No, it
a
looks
couple of quick
amazing.
layers. So the Avalon Sunset and red leather base
Right.
is really good for getting that started. So cool.
Do you add battle damage to your minis? That's coming from Walter.
I do. Yeah. Should I show some of it on here? Show some of it on this, the finished mini there.
Mm-hmm.
You can see on the, turn it around. There we go. On the gas tank there.
Mm-hmm.
Some chipping around. I usually try to hit edges where there's going to be wear and tear.
Okay.
It's going to scrape alongside something, or in the tread here, there's a lot of sponging where you get a lot of people walking over it, particularly down the middle,
Right.
because they wouldn't be walking so much down the sides, but just down the middle there, along the edges.
Okay.
Things like on the exhausts there. You can see the
Yeah.
darker at the top.
Yep.
So all the smoke is
Yeah.
poured over it and
Carbonized up there.
carbonized it.
Yeah.
All the things you have to think about when you paint miniatures.
Mini
Yeah.
painting studios, and I think James probably jumped on it as well. Yeah. And I actually saw them at,
Oh.
not them as individuals, but the things that they're talking about at
Okay.
Toy Fair. So Games Workshop and Funko have joined forces,
Oh, right. Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
coming
yeah.
out with some 40K pop vinyls.
Yep.
And we had actually at Diamond previously pitched an idea, but I don't know if it is going to come to fruition on our side. But I also mentioned it to the Games Workshop people. Maybe they'll just do it on their own.
Right.
Of taking the Space Marine
Yeah.
and have a unpainted version.
Oh,
so you
right,
could have
yeah,
a DIY version of that, so you could paint it in your own faction colors and whatever.
Yeah.
Paint your own Funko mini.
Yeah, and I would absolutely bring one of those on the show and paint it.
Yep. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I thought for a second there you were going to suggest that the three of us should become Funkos. Like Pops.
Yeah, why would that? You know, that's like dream come true, right?
I don't know. My head kind of already looks like that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yours is a bit rounder than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's quite square. But that'd be cool.
Yeah, but they look great. I got a close-up look at them, and they look really fun.
Cool.
Who you talked about how Seth got his start. How did you all get to where you are now? Oh, Ross, good question. Go ahead, Dave.
I don't know. Oh, Kurt died.
Kurt died.
Oh my.
I spoke to Kurt today
Yeah,
in a
you did?
seance, obviously.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's the only way. It's the only way you can talk to Kurt these days.
Yeah.
He's doing well.
I
But
tell a lie.
yeah, Kurt died.
That was essentially it. Kurt left the show. There was an opening.
Mm-hmm.
Rick said it looks kind of Dave-shaped.
Yeah, that particular seat looks like you'd hold a Dave. I like it.
Yep. Well, actually, it was because I lost the speed painting competition. wasn't
That's
it?
right. Yeah, you lost, and you know what better white elephant prize to get than to have to sit by me twice a week.
Yep. For the rest of my life.
We got married that day.
Can't believe you didn't tell me.
How about you, Mia? How did you become the superstar you are today?
I just cosplayed. I don't know. I cosplayed and went to cons, and it's, you know, people ask me, they're like, "How did you become a cosplayer and get to go all over?" And I'm just like, you cosplay and you go to conventions and you have fun, and people see you having fun, and I think that's what like draws people to cosplayers. Is you want to see them having fun. So I always tell people, I'm like, just go out to conventions and have fun and meet people. Don't be afraid to say hi and introduce yourself, and really that's all it is.
For sure.
Yeah, that seems right. And yeah, I ended up here just because I smiled a lot, pretty much.
Rick was born in Michigan.
Back in the time of the caveman.
I was going to say the early 70s.
Dang it.
Everyone else. Rick, you're like, where was Rick born? Let's start
From
from the beginning.
Michigan.
Michigan, yes. Now,
In the early 80s, he started doing role playing with his cousin.
yep.
Um,
It's almost like he's read my bio and wrote
almost
it.
like I wrote his bio.
And now we know.
Yeah,
Rick used to wrestle
I did.
in high school
In college.
and college.
Yeah.
And then Rick went on to join the Marines.
Nope.
No.
I was in the Navy.
In the Navy, my bad.
But because the Marines don't have their own medical department,
Oh, you were
the Navy supports them.
right. You started as a corpsman,
Ended as a corpsman.
ended as a corpsman.
Yeah.
You did a whole bunch of other stuff in the middle of this. It
Yeah.
seems
Yes.
like
I've done
you
a
should
lot.
have been more than.
I should have been
Should have been
more.
of a higher rank than.
I was a pretty high rank
Okay,
when I retired.
but you're still a corpsman.
Yeah, as
Okay,
a rate.
it's-
My job was still a hospital corpsman.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I guess I get confused sometimes.
That's okay.
Yeah. And then was it about 3 years ago? 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
we started here.
Yeah. And it wasn't anything like this then.
No,
It was just three guys with a green screen camera trying to be funny.
right.
Three guys in their 30s plus trying to be funny.
So that was you.
Josh.
Josh.
And, well, four technically. Me, Josh, and Kevin.
Right.
And another individual who's no longer here named Mike.
I can hear all the dad jokes from here.
There were so many dad jokes and inside jokes, but it was fun. But we learned a lot in that process of doing video and stuff with the editors we had then. We have a whole new crew of editors and everything now, and
Right.
we're blessed with that amazing talent that we have.
The wonderful Leona.
Yeah, Leona and Johnny
Yeah,
and
Johnny.
Caleb,
Yep.
and they all do great work, and they make us all look. Well, they make you guys look great. And for some reason, the camera, even though I'm losing weight, still looks like it's putting 10 pounds on me. No, I'm just kidding.
The camera adds 25 pounds.
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
what's going on? No, but so after the military, I worked in the music industry for a couple years.
Right.
And then I did some TV shows after that.
That's right. You're on Under the Dome.
Under the Dome, Revolution,
cool.
Eastbound and Down, and Sleepy Hollow.
Eastbound and Down.
And during that time, I was also like dabbling in photography
Right.
and doing cosplay photography. And I was at Dragon Con, and that's where my boss, Josh,
Yep.
for here kind of found
Met
me.
you.
And
Right.
Here we are.
Unearthed you.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's the basics.
Who's the main actor on
And which one?
Eastbound
that
and
is
Danny Mc-
Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Danny McBride.
He's hilarious.
He is also extremely, like he wants everybody to have their opportunity, their breakout
Right.
moment. Because in one of the, I was in 2 episodes, and
Right.
in one of the episodes, I play a bouncer, and he's trying to get into a club.
Right.
And all I had to do was just kind of do this and look at his ID, and without saying any words, no lines.
Yep.
Because they don't want to get you,
You don't.
paid.
Yeah.
And he kept trying to like ad lib or improv that scene to get me to, and I would say stuff in response, and they'd be like, "Cut." Danny, he's not meant to say anything in this scene. Oh, no, yeah, I know. I just like, I'm kind of feeling the moment. And he's like, I'm just trying to get you a line, bro.
That's awesome. Aww.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Because he said that's how it happened for him.
Yeah,
You know,
nice.
someone gave him an opportunity.
I was going to say when I heard that he was in Alien Covenant, I
Okay.
thought, it's terrible. But he was really good.
Yeah.
I think he was excellent in that. So it was
Speaking,
it was just the right amount of Danny McBride.
Speaking of Alien and Predator stuff,
Oh dear.
so NECA or Nika,
Yep.
they do these big like life-size foam statues and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I have the egg, a life-size egg in my house.
Yep.
And I have the life-size alien skeleton skull,
All right. Yep.
all made out of foam or whatever.
Right.
They have these new 2 trophy mounted, like the WizKids trophy mounts of the dragon and the Mind Flayer
All
and
right.
the Beholder.
Yep.
They have an alien, the one with the clear skull, so you can see
Right.
the inside of it,
Yep.
as a trophy mount, and a predator head as a trophy mount.
Next to it.
Nice.
Nice.
And they look so good.
Fantastic. Now I know what you're getting me for Christmas.
Yeah. I should
Yeah,
actually.
you heard
do
him.
that.
Everybody, you heard him.
It's recorded.
Dang it! What?
It's on the internet now, Rick. Forever.
And we can make Kurt a chase pop.
Yep.
That is hilarious.
A pop that's only purchasable in Ohio.
Only purchasable in Ohio.
Yep. Great.
Brad asked, do I miss going up north? I was originally born in Charlevoix, lived all over like Harrison, Clare, Houghton Lake, Bay City, Millington, Ovid, Elsie, all over Michigan. Do I miss going up north? Yes, I absolutely miss going up north. It is, I mean, it's home. My brother and a lot of my family still live up that way.
Yep.
So, my brothers, actually, I have 2 brothers.
This is one you don't like to talk about.
We just don't really have a. I mean, I like talking about him. He's a good kid,
Yep.
grown man actually. But
He's a good kid. He's still only 17.
no, he's shoot. I don't even know how old he is. My brother, who's closer to my age, is 3 years younger than me,
Right.
and is by far possibly one of the best fathers I've ever met.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
I never want to look at the color red after this.
You will.
Never look at red again.
I'm gonna like see red in my dreams.
So what are you going to do with that miniature, Mia? All said and done.
I think I may keep painting it and then probably do like a giveaway maybe.
Awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Okay.
Oh God, I have done nothing but red.
I'm so excited that we have another show on Thursday.
Me too. I'm probably not going to get halfway done then either.
I'm gonna do some work on these at home.
Challenges, what?
Hmm?
I don't have.
Hang on a second. One of the things I'm going to show is so this vehicle has a little sort of spot there where a gun slot in, turn maybe. No, it's not wanting to work for me. There we go. So turn it around there. Hope everybody's not sick from all that motion. So we've got that there. On there is the has like a clearance incinerator.
Okay.
It's called, so a big flamethrower. But I also magnetized the weapon tip,
Nice.
so I can replace it with a mining laser, or there's a weapon they have called a heavy seismic cannon,
Jesus.
which
Just sounds amazing.
yeah, it does sound amazing. But as well as like cracking apart rocks,
Right.
which makes it easier to grind through them.
Right.
It's pretty neat on the battlefield too. But then these 2 guys, there we go,
Oh, nice.
are, let me get it in the right spot, there we go, are crew for it. So I have 2 of them there, because I've got two vehicles, this one and the one you just saw me struggling to get the weapon on. So Yeah, by the end of the week, by the end of the weekend, let's say I'll have everything completely finished.
Okay,
And
nice.
stick some photos up on the
In the group, yeah.
Yep,
All right.
it'll be cool.
So for everybody watching, if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, we have a Facebook group called Painting Happy Little Minis. We'd love for you to join us over there.
Yep.
You can select the request to join. We'll look at you and add you, and then you can add all the painted miniatures or works in progress, or ask any questions and give any answers that are painting related.
Yep.
And other things too. Maybe we'll talk about maple syrup again someday.
Oh, who was it? Oh, I should have checked, actually, Leona. I can't remember who it was, but somebody posted an awesome barbecue plate.
Yep, I saw that.
Yep. But the cool thing was, it was on a tray,
Yeah.
and the paper, it had paper on it, and then like 3 barbecue sauces, like dobs of barbecue sauce in the
Right.
corner, and it looked like a wet palette. And the comment was, "Got my wet palette ready." I was
That
like,
is
"Oh,
That's
awesome.
that's
cute.
awesome! I can definitely sit back and chat down on some of those ribs. They look good."
Dang it.
Yeah. So thank you for posting that.
All right. So that's pretty much our show today.
I think so.
And we'll be back Thursday where I'll continue this,
I'll continue with these.
and Gretchen will be with us, and she'll be painting a red dragon as well.
Is she?
Yep.
She didn't
I can't find the dinosaur.
Can't find the dinosaur?
Yeah.
You are in such trouble.
I know, she's gonna kill me. If I find the dinosaur, she's gonna be painting a dinosaur. But I gotta find it.
Yep.
I better get on that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to swing by one of the hobby stores and get one of the Whiz Kids dinos.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint her and have her like kill
You
us.
made promises.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it. Thank you again for joining us here at Painting Happy Little Minis. I'm Rick,
I'm Mia.
And I'm Dave.
and we'll see you at the game store.
Hi, I'm Tom from Looney Labs. Make sure you check out our upcoming game, Timebreaker. It releases on February 28th, and if you pre-order now, you can get an early demo copy like this to try out before the game hits shelves.
Thanks for watching Painting Happy Little Minis. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.